Right, this is Unit 6, Plan and Prepare Gym-Based Exercise. This is the assessment, professional discussion. We've got Lewis Wadsworth, Louis Glover, Will Whiteoak, Josh Varkas and Jake Ackrig. Right then, outcome 1, know how to plan and prepare gym-based exercise. So question 1, explain the importance of careful and thorough planning and preparation for physical activity. Right, off we go then, chaps.
To prevent injury and preventing other people from being hurt whilst doing physical activity.
You make sure there's any health problems before you take part in exercise, and that if there is, there's like a safe environment to do it in.
If you're disabled, make sure there's disabled access in case you're on a wheelchair, and let the client know where all fire exits are, just in case of an emergency.
Right, good. Right, so 3 answers there. We'll do 3 for each one. Second one, outline the needs and potential of the clients, including reasons for and barriers to participation in the activity. Off we go, Josh.
If the client is disabled, make sure disabled access.
Right, Lewis.
Make sure they know how to use equipment right.
Right, one more.
Would you repeat the question, please?
Outline the needs and potential of the clients, including reasons for and barriers to participation in the activity.
We need to be punctual, so they need to turn up on time, and we need to be wearing the correct kit, so they can't turn up to a session in like jeans and some smart shoes. Obviously, 'cause it's not very good to train in.
So what might they have to wear then?
Gym kits like t-shirt, jumper, t-shirt, shorts, like running shoes.
Right.
Trainers.
Number 3, describe how to motivate clients to take part in exercise, Lewis.
Verbal motivation, telling them like how if they're doing something good or bad or how they could change it and stuff.
Right, Louis.
Helping them whilst doing the task. So if they're doing something wrong, just telling them how to do it and how to improve on it.
Right, and Josh.
Good body language and confidence.
Good, right. Number 4, describe exercises that are safe and appropriate for clients, including alternatives to potentially harmful exercises, Jake.
It's always important to use correct technique during the workout, because if you go too fast or too slow, you can end up pulling stuff or damaging ligaments.
Good. Well.
You have like a different workout for each client. So if your client's over 50 years old, you wouldn't be doing the same workout as a 20-year-old, so it'd be more cardio based and lighter weights than like just getting up bench press and smashing it out.
Right, one more then, Josh.
Same as it goes with if you're too young, you don't want to be lifting up too heavy. So
right.
More light weights and cardio.
Right, good. Number 5 then, identify safe and effective alignment of exercise positions, Louis.
To prevent strains on muscles or any other injuries that might come along in exercising or training.
Good, Lewis.
Yeah, I was just going to say injuries, so it stops the injuries and also they know how to use the stuff, and so instead of them just going on and you just sitting there telling them what not to do and stuff, actually showing them what to do first, and then so that prevents injuries as well.
Anything else on that one?
Correct technique, breathing patterns, correct weights, etc.
Good. Right, number 6, describe how to plan to use a range of cardiovascular and resistance machines, including free weights, barbells, dumbbells, collars and benches, Jake. Number 6.
Make sure the weights have been put away so there's no stuff to trip over, and make sure the equipment's clean.
Right, anything else? 2 more points on that one.
Make sure it's cleaned, because obviously you don't want to get in on the machine when someone's sweats off on it. And then all treadmills, like not like set on someone else's program before you get on it. Make sure it's stopped. So
Try and do a safety check on equipment too.
Good.
Especially.
So when would you maybe do a safety check?
For most mornings, every morning.
Every morning, every night.
Good. Why is it important to make sure you've got the correct collars on the weights?
Pardon?
Because the correct size, it'll fit right snug on, so no weight can get off the bar. If it's too big, it'll slide off. Too small, it won't go on.
Good. So what's that helping then?
Prevent
Health and safety.
Prevent injury, health and safety. Good.
damage
Damaged
equipment.
equipment. Why is it important to put your dumbbells away then?
So people don't trip over them.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Just keep the
Makes it
environment clean
easier
too.
to access.
It's a better working environment.
Good. Access as well. Right. Right, we'll move on to outcome 2 then, which is know how to collect and analyse relevant information. So we need to start off with Lewis then. Describe the screening process and the factors which affect the ability to exercise.
Like disabilities. It's like maybe if someone's maybe got like, well, if they're say like a professional or something, maybe if they've got something wrong with their arm, they'd do more like leg work in gym, so keep the strength up in legs. And maybe if there's machines where you can just use one arm just to keep the strength up, then you could use that as well.
Right. Other points, Josh?
PARQ.
PARQ, good. What else? What does a PARQ stand for?
Physical activity readiness questionnaire.
Good. Anything else on that one, Louis?
No.
So if you had a client and they came to the gym, what else might you want to do with them? So,
It's a formal talk with them.
right.
You discuss through the PARQ, and if they had goals which couldn't be reached because of their PARQ, you'd have to
Answer questions and queries as well.
you'd have to tell
Good.
them.
What about induction as well? Showing them around the gym, showing them
Good.
how to use the equipment and stuff.
Right, good chaps. Number 2, identify the information needed to plan gym-based exercise and describe why this information is important.
So you know what you're doing, confident in knowing what you're doing.
You need to come across confident, so it puts confidence in your client and they have faith in you to be
Anything
tell
else?
them toward their goal. Really.
Anything else on that one?
Um,
How might you know what the client's objectives and aims of the program are?
Speak to them at the start.
Right. What else?
Just go through what you're going to do with them, just to say, is that alright with them?
and get their input on it.
Ask them what.
Ask them what they want to get out of
Yeah,
the gym,
ask them what they want to get out of it and
outcomes they want.
what progress they want to make.
Good. How might you track a client's progress then?
You'd have a file for each client.
A chart.
Good. Good. Right, number 3 then. Identify the range of different methods that may be used to collect information, including questionnaire, interview, observation and physical measurements. So just tell me why they're important. So why is it important to do a questionnaire then?
So you know more about the client. So then it's not just like a random person coming in. You know like information about them. So then you sort of know what you could do in the gym with them.
Right, why is it important to do an interview, Lily?
To get an idea of what the individual's like, what they want to achieve,
Right.
like what they're like as a person, so that you can know how you can push them off.
Why is it important to observe and monitor them, Will?
To see how, if for exercise, if the program is working for them, if they find it too difficult, too easy, you can change it.
Right. And Josh, why is it important to take their physical measurements?
What do you mean?
So their body measurements.
See what you can do with them before and after, so you know what they've changed. And if they don't want to lose weight, they've lost weight or not. I want to gain muscle, you can tell.
What's it called? What's a good way of measuring their body fat then?
Yeah,
Good. All right. So that's something you could do as well. All right. Number 4 then, Josh. Jake. Identify reasons for temporary deferral of exercise. So deferral means stopping or.
Right, so if you've got an illness, come down with a cold or flu, the weather could be bad, so they're not able to get to the session. Or if you've just got any general injuries, falling over at work or whatever,
Right.
you can just ring up and let them know.
Personal issues, like could have to look after children or care for a family member. Family member might be deceased.
Right.
Attend a funeral.
Right. Okay. Number 5 then. Identify why it may be necessary to refer the client to another professional.
If it's not
Because
working,
You might not be
the right-
qualified
Yeah.
to give them what they need.
So if they come back for an injury or something, then you might need a physio, and you might not be qualified to do it. see that sent into another profession.
So it wouldn't meet your line of work.
Yeah.
Right, good. Number 7 then, outline the emergency procedures of a facility or organisation.
The contingency plan. So obviously if some liquid gets spilled, they put the sign there and it'll be cleaned within a certain amount of time.
So what if there's an emergency? So what sort of things might an emergency be?
A fire, so everyone who comes in, you tell them where the fire exits are, where to line up outside.
Good.
Even
Right.
as something little as if I've lost a gym kit, tell me how lost property is.
Right. And what about, say there's a, say if somebody's injured in the gym, Lewis, what might you do?
Maybe if you're not, well, you probably would be qualified first aid, but if you're not, then most of them have walkie-talkies, so you'd be able to get them on there and just tell them that there's been an injury and then tell them to come down to where you are ASAP.
And what about emergency services, which one might you phone?
Ambulance.
Right. Okay, number 8 then, explain the purpose of the PARQ and how to record and interpret the information provided. Go on then, Lewis.
Can you repeat it, please?
Explain the purpose, so explain why you use a PARQ and how to record and interpret the information.
Whether they've had injuries or if they get an injury whilst training.
So what might you do if a client comes and they've got asthma?
You might talk through what exercises you can do to reduce the how badly they're affected by it.
Right.
What they can actually do.
What would you do? Yeah. What's that? Sorry, Lloyd.
No, just talk through what exercises they can actually do.
Right. Okay. Josh, what might you do if somebody's come with a knee injury?
Strengthen the knee up in little ways, I don't know, maybe small weights, not go full out.
Right.
Slowly building the muscle back up.
Yeah.
Good. Which other piece of equipment might you use then for that? Do you think you'd use a
Resistant machines,
Or-
rather than free weights.
or maybe or what else it called? It's like a
First strip band.
good, right? Yeah. So like a resistance band.
Yeah. So when you're not having to carry the weight as such.
Right.
it's-
Good. Just stop it there.